Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm having a stomach ache. We're back here for our Wrestlemania review of 2025 Wrestlemania 41 here on Wrestle Relaunch. I'm Angel here alongside Paul and Keith. We're back. Keith was absent last time.
Are are we really?
Yeah. I'm having a headache of emotions. Um, this is Keith's probably Keith's favorite WrestleMania ever. Better than 40.
Wrestling.
He probably ranks this one
Wrestling.
number one.
I on the sponge meter, I would rather hang out with Sponge 24 hours while he just never stops talking than watch this WrestleMania ever again.
The fact that this Mania isn't not every match, but this is not a replay worthy Mania. Like I don't think I could ever sit there and watch this shit again.
Yeah, no, this was rough. This was absolutely rough.
Well, I've been saying it all WrestleMania season that this whole thing was just it was trending in a bad direction, and I wasn't wrong.
None of the stories were told improperly this weekend, though. Like, I mean,
No,
with
no,
the exception of The Rock not showing up, like
I mean the
two of the match
overall
two of the
feel.
matches got changed on the fly. Like, I mean, they literally had to work with what they had to work with. Like, there's no Kevin Owens, so you lost that whole Randy Orton segment, and we got a friggin' Joe Hendry spot. Like Bailey was a huge loss, but you had every opportunity to. Oh yeah, she was backstage last night anyway. Hey, you want to jump in the ring?
Really, really was she a
Re-
huge loss?
no.
Bailey, like
I think the huge loss.
you guys complain a lot about Bailey, but Bailey has been steadily carrying this company as either a face, a heel, or just an anti-heel for
Whoa!
fucking 2018.
That's a hot take because I love Bailey, but what she's been doing now has been absolutely ass. I think the biggest loss is having
Um,
Becky
Oh
Lynch.
my God, there's no pleasing Sponge
The
at all.
biggest loss was
no,
having Becky Lynch go out there over Bailey. I personally have did not enjoy
no.
Bailey being thrown out in this weird
I
tag
want you
team
guys
mix.
to go back in the video library of the videos that we have to that one video about 4 months ago when I said not one mean thing about Travis Scott, and Sponge jumped on my back about it.
Wait, what
Oh,
does
but
this
he's a
have?
creator and he's a creator. He's an influencer. The text that we got before WrestleMania today was Sponge saying they have to stop getting influencers. They're just ass. Like,
Or what does that have to do with
I
what we
literally
were
said
talking
that months
about?
ago on
He
a
started
video,
taking
and
an
you
L
just
in an
literally
argument and
jumped on
brought
me.
some random ass shit up. We,
I said he's not good.
but
You
we're not
complained
talking
about
about. We went
influencers
from.
before
We
the
were
show,
talking about
and you
Bailey, and
complained
now you're.
about Travis Scott
What?
influencing the finale. Like, come on.
I never even
Like,
said
there's
any
no
of that.
pleasing you
We.
sometimes.
I never even said any of that.
Okay.
We
Uh,
haven't even gotten to that fucking match.
no, my issue with Bailey is since going face after leaving Damage Control, I just I I just think she's kind of floundered as a face this time. I don't know why.
Look at what she's been having to deal with. The whole Judgment Day is just broken and played out and stupid. Bailey had nothing for this WrestleMania because who was she going to fight against? Liv Morgan and Rochelle, because they have nothing other than the fucking stupid Judgment Day that they're still pushing, though that stable died months ago. You gave Liv Morgan another WrestleMania title defense. Like, why? I will pose this question to you guys right now. Who's more important in the women's division in WWE, Liv Morgan or Bailey? Don't all jump to say Liv Morgan all at the same time. You guys just told me that Bailey wasn't that important anymore.
No,
We did not say Bailey was
Uh,
not important. We said the role and
I just
character
I just
she's
gave you
been
the
in.
easy choice.
And yeah, no one said nothing because I don't know what you're on about ludicrously. Like, because Bailey, I told you, Bailey last year, phenomenal. She fucking won the fucking world title and then lost it to fucking in her first title defense against fucking Nia fucking the refrigerator Jax, and then never got it back.
ugh.
So if you want to remember that and say all that, look at her last year and this year. She's done really much, not a lot, big wise, near title wise. She's kind of been on the
Sponge, we've
sideline,
been talking about how bad they've been booking the women's division since we started this channel.
horrendously.
Like this is not new. Like we're, we're this is 2025 now and we're complaining about Nia Jax. Still, we were complaining about Nia Jax when we started this channel.
You see how
When
like
when
you're
this
not
channel
listening?
was
We went
the
from Bailey, and then you didn't come up with a defense, and now we're talking about Nia Jax. When Nia Jax hasn't been in the picture in the last 7 months.
I had a solid defense. I asked you guys an easy, simple question. You guys didn't answer the question.
Oh,
I said, who's more important to the women's division right now, Bailey or Liv Morgan? And you both went silent. Again, like it's a simple question.
well, no, it's not a simple question because it, like I said, she doesn't seem to have a direction. Um, it just doesn't seem like she was, where she was before.
Bailey had no direction this year heading into WrestleMania because the only direction they were sending her in was Liv Morgan and the Judgment Day, which that direction smashed into a wall harder than Austin's four wheeler tonight. Like there's no reason to keep pushing the Judgment Day. That is not a good tag team. Do Liv and Raquel have to be at every single paper? They were in Elimination Chamber together. This is weird.
Well, they kicked off night one with Hunter Hearst Helmsley,
Uh,
and then they had night one. Let's talk about night one now. Jey Uso versus Gunther. Um, I didn't like Jey Uso's. Lil Wayne fell off. He's old now. Last year, and he sounded like a granny. But what the hell was that DJ video game shit?
Yeah, that was awful.
That was so weird. They had
That was so
the
bad.
DJ come out from under the stage, and then the people with the flags and dancers, and then his music hit like 10 minutes after, and then he took like 20 minutes to get down to the ring. That shit was goofy as fuck. And then we get Gunther, and he looks disappointed. He gets down to the ring. I miss. Do you guys miss the
well,
Ludwig
well,
the Ludwig entrance?
yes,
I kind of miss it. I think he should have came out for Mania. Special entrance. And
we didn't
then
have anything else to do.
you're right. I forgot they didn't do shit with Ludwig. Ludwig was robbed for Mania. I will stand
Yeah,
on that.
I'm really pissed at. Yeah, you know what? I am pissed that Ludwig wasn't there. Wasn't I saying this a couple of weeks ago?
Yeah, you
I said
were.
I'm gonna be really pissed if they fucking damn it.
They did nothing with Ludwig for Mania. He was Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royale, and he got thrown out. Um.
Okay.
So
Well,
this
does anybody count anymore? Because it's on SmackDown. It's not part of Mania. So
and nobody saw it.
yeah.
And the winner. And before I continue on with this, fucking Carmelo Hayes was the winner. Like you had Andrade and fucking Ray Phoenix and fucking anyone better, and you fucking had Carmelo Hayes win. That was stupid. But anyway,
Sponge's favorite wrestler.
But anyway, um, the wrong wrestler went over because this was my fucking favorite fucking finish. And let me tell you that before anyone interrupts me, I'm gonna go on a little tirade because this match was wobbly and weird. Okay, it was slow paced. I had no issue with it, and until we started getting towards the end because it was like, oh my god, a super kick, a super kick, a frog splash, a shitty spear, and now I'm going to reverse a power bomb. And now, not only can I have a head of steel, and can surpass brass gold, unless you want to go with the Samoans have a fucking infinite non-damaging heads. That was goofy. And then the finish was so fucking terrible because not only did he do Gunther's fucking hold, he didn't even hold him for more than a good 5 fucking seconds. Homeboy didn't make that shit look realistic, and Homeboy didn't turn red. He didn't hold his breath either, and that shit was not even 5 seconds. And he had him tapping out in like 2 seconds. That shit was disgusting compared to the women's version of that belt fucking match. And Gunther was done dirty because immediately after he lost, they changed his render, and it's his render from like 6 years ago where he's fat as shit. Who hates him in the company? Who said you're gonna lose like that? That was dumb. And so you're gonna make me believe the guy that fucking what's it called? You're gonna make me Braun Breaker beat Jey Uso. If I don't see a Braun Breaker world title fucking reign at all throughout this year, or if they have him lose to Jey Uso with the world title instead, I'm gonna be mad. But yeah, I thought this
Well,
match
that's
was
pretty much where they're going.
that's gonna be stupid. But that match is gonna be that fucking Jey Uso title reign better not be long because I can't sit there through yeet fucking promos just because he's over with the crowd. I'm being so dead ass. Like I don't care
He's,
if people
he's
have
not
one.
he's not more over than Braun Breaker, so like you've got that right. Like
I really
Jey
hope.
Uso is gonna have his next defense against a guy that beat him already, and considering the fact that Braun Breaker's held the Intercontinental title for so long after dominating the NXT brand for so long, yeah, he's most likely next.
And I'm hoping that's where they go. I hope this little reign is not fucking long, and I hope wherever Gunther goes next. What do you do with Gunther next? What do you guys thoughts on this match? And what do you do with Gunther now?
I think Gunther gets time off.
Yeah.
But
That is
Gunther's been there since he came up from NXT. Like he was at NXT and then he came straight up to WWE. Didn't get really any time off until like the name change, but that was like a week or two. Like Gunther's gonna get some time off to actually like sit back and relax. Like fucking Becky missed a whole year. Like, did I miss something?
Becky should have just never came back. That's what you missed. I
We'll get there.
we'll get there, Paul. I have personal beef with Becky Lynch, but
Okay.
yeah, that was no way no. Paul, what was your thoughts on this match?
The finish just came out of nowhere so quickly. I totally agree. Him tapping out that quickly, just I don't know. It was weird.
To me, it diminishes him because it's like he got tapped out to his own fucking move. His own
Well,
fucking
I
move.
mean, like, people do that sometimes.
It's true.
Well, I mean,
It's
they
true.
did. It's not actually his move. Like,
Well,
do
it's
you know
one
how
of the
many
moves he
people use a
uses.
rear naked choke?
Yeah, but it's one of his main fucking like his main finishes. It's either that or
And
the
he
double power bomb or the crab, the Boston crab with the fucking one
and he
leg.
brutalized Jimmy with it. So for the fact that Jay put him away with it to avenge Jimmy, yeah, it kind of made sense.
Nah.
Exactly,
I
Paul.
mean, it was not good, but it did make sense. Like, how often have we seen that? Like, how often does the chair keep coming back between freaking Roman and Seth? Nobody owns the chair spot. They just keep trading that chair spot to the back
Well,
and forth.
ob- obviously Seth owns it because
Like
we've
if you
only seen we've only
he
seen
took it and
Seth
left. He fucking took it and left.
Yeah, why did he
We'll
take
get
the
there.
chair with him? What the fuck? But anyway,
It was so stupid.
I forgot. I saw the screenshot of Paul Heyman him walking up the ramp with a chair. It had to go to the WWE archive show, the Finding Treasures or whatever it's called on A&E. But anyway, following that match was. Can we talk about the crowd first before we get to the next match? Because the crowd for night one was horrible.
they were horrible,
Horrible.
horrible.
So, especially speaking about horrible, the World Tag Team title match between the New Day and the War Raiders. Um, I said that I want the War Raiders to go over. They still deserve to have that reign. I think the New Day deserve another title reign for being heel and being able to become a whole different new persona. Absolutely. But I would rather see the War Raiders shine at a big stage like WrestleMania. Um, I thought this match was a lot of fun, but Ivar almost killed himself. He almost died. Broken neck. Literally. He slipped on the fucking rope as he moonsaulted and barely, by 1 fucking centimeter, did not die on live television in front of millions all around the world. So, there's that. What did you guys think?
I've got nothing good to say about this tag match. None.
Yeah. Yeah, I just yeah.
Triple H called them the new
I
best tag team. So
I just I get the whole thing of wanting to freshen them up by turning them heel, but I just I uh, I don't like it.
This had every opportunity to be the worst match on the card, and it still wasn't. Like, I have nothing good to say about WrestleMania Night 1 until about hour and 40 minutes in. Like, that whole first half of Night 1 was just blech.
Yep.
well, following that match, United. This match was my bathroom break. No disrespect to Jade Cargill, but Jade Cargill versus Naomi. This was one sided, and it was obvious what was going to happen, and it was
The
a
way it should have been. Yeah.
fast and easy. And I have no words for this match. So it might have been Keith's favorite match because his favorite wrestler Naomi was in it, but I have no words for this match.
No, yeah, I called it. I mean, that's what it should have been. Was her Jade getting her revenge on Naomi.
On the wrong person.
Yeah, right.
I would have rather much enjoyed a Bianca Belair versus Jade Cargill match. Or am I
I
Well,
not?
like
we'll
that
get
we.
there.
Go ahead, whoever.
I like how we're getting. I like how we're getting the Owen Hart Cup in AEW and the Owen Hart the do not enter police tape gimmick stolen by Naomi. It
Yeah,
was so bad.
yeah. No, I mean, we'll get there with the Jade and
Ugh.
Bianca, but yeah,
Does
Af-
Naomi really think she can pull off Owen Hart's gear?
After that match,
somebody
after
somebody
this,
told her she could. Yeah.
it was the United States Championship match between Jacob Fatu and LA Knight, and this match was not boring. This match was a lot of fun. LA Knight is good, and Jacob Fatu is even good. LA Knight's entrance was fun. And I will say this, because Jacob Fatu has a shit ton of firepower for his entrance. WWE better not do that dumbass shit ever again with the fans on the fucking stage. It's a cool spectacle, yes, but that shit was stupid because you can't have all the cool, crazy fucking pyro that I watched the show for. Like this stage suffered from the fact that there was fucking fans there, and there was no fucking pyro. Like Penta looked stupid doing his fucking thing because there was no sparkler behind him. Ray Phoenix looked stupid because he didn't have the sparkler behind him. Cody didn't have all that fucking pyro he usually does. Fucking hold on, and not to even talk about that. The camera angle every time they were gonna do the pyro shot was ass because you couldn't even see it. The pyro was so placed in the back of those seats, you could barely fucking see that shit. It was like a waste of thousands of dollars on fucking loud noises and banging. But yeah, that's my rant for that. But this back to this
Yeah,
Jacob.
this stadium wasn't put together well.
It really wasn't, and
No, no,
I did see an article. I think it was Ed Sheeran who said that stadium he for his stadium. Keith, you know how Metallica set it was for this year's tour and the last year's tour and with the big four
Yeah.
pillars or the six pillars. He said that he has a
Mhm.
similar thing, and they just use that rig. Apparently, the Allegiant Stadium flooring and scaffolding the flooring is made out of pure rubber, not concrete, and the ceiling is like really weird. So he had to cancel his show because they had built their rafters up, and since each time anything with like music or some shit, the pillars would start to fall apart. So like that stadium is weird. That's just to get to, I don't know. But enough of me rambling about that. This match was pretty fun. My favorite moment got to be the fucking top rope, the Jacob Fatu reversed into the BFT. Did you guys see that shit?
Yeah, that was
Yep.
crazy.
That shit
Yeah.
was in fire. It connected perfectly, like magic. I have nothing but goodwill. I didn't have a problem with either going over. Um, Jacob deserves this belt or a win at Mania for his first Mania. He's amazing on the mic and amazing in the ring. LA Knight had his win
Mhm.
last year. I'm not hating on it. Am I sad to see that title reign go a little bit because you're gonna have him feud with him for a bit before the solo breakup. But I'll see what happens with this in my view. And so yeah, Paul, what did you think of the match?
It was a good match, and the crowd finally woke up, I think, or started to wake up at that point in the show. Um, so yeah, no, he's Jacob's too damn good, and not a knock on L.A. Knight because he's pretty good too.
Yeah.
But you needed to do something to continue to set Jacob apart from everybody else
All the athleticism that he's got, like
that
fucking, he's
he
he's
shouldn't
pulling
have.
off that fucking moonsault like it's easy. Like that is not an easy thing to do for a highly talented athletic person to do, like in like physical fit shape. Like Jacob Fatu is just making this look crazy easy.
And that's what's fire about him.
LA Knight pump up the crowd. The whole crowd wanted to get behind Jacob the whole fucking the whole match. So like
Yeah,
this was gonna get the crowd's attention, and this is around the point where Mania's night one started to get to okay for me.
right.
Following that, it was El Grande Americano versus Rey Mysterio, or should I say Rey Phoenix, because Rey Mysterio got hurt the night before. Because my mom says this: why have the wrestlers that are gonna fight tomorrow have be in a match? You're risking them injury, and look at that. He got hurt and risked his fucking WrestleMania match. She caused him to get hurt. My mother. But no, this match was okay for me personally. The stupid metal plate in the helmet gimmick is kind of dumb. No, it's not kind of dumb. It's stupid. Um, Ray Phoenix looked good. They both look good. Chad Gable is a fucking star in the ring. He's amazing in the ring. Ray Phoenix has been fire. Did I think he oversold the kick to the head plate? He looked a little goofy. Like he acted like he broke his leg because he hit.
Well, I mean, it was still a metal plate. Like
But
the
that
kick
thing,
shoes that they use are not solid shoes. They're not wrestling boots. Like they're fucking they're flimsy little they're flimsy little shoes. Like you're gonna hurt your foot kicking a metal plate.
but yeah, you'll
Like
hurt your.
you stub your toe on the end of the bed and you're fucking you're out of
Hey,
commission for
hey
at least
now.
10 minutes. Like come on now.
You hit. This is different though. He got boots on and he hit a small little 2x2 piece of fucking metal. It wasn't like a. I've kicked a fucking soccer goal in playing soccer before, and that shit felt like I broke my leg. But that compared to that little fucking square for his forehead, that shit should not. He should not be selling like if he fucking broke his leg and shit. But whatever. El Grande Americano took the dub. And I guess the Gulf of America is saved or whatever.
Oh, did you guys see there's a who's who like a crime board, like an investigation board. It's it's the top 10 people that El Grande Americano could be. I don't know if you guys have seen this.
I have not seen that, but it sounds hilarious.
Oh
The
Jesus!
10 possible wrestlers that El Grande Americano could be. Number 10, Viscera.
What the fuck?
Number 9, The Great Khali.
Oh my lord!
Number 8, Sika Anoa'i. Number 7, Dean Ambrose / John Moxley.
Oh yeah, I
Ah,
believe that one.
Number 6, Stephanie McMahon. Because let's face it, El Grande Americano's got some big pecs. Number 5, either of the Road Warriors. Number 4, the Boogeyman. Number 3, and this is my favorite one on this list. Number 3, the Miz's dad, because he's already shown off some ability when he was at WrestleMania 35. Number 2, Mark Henry. No explanation needed. And number 1, and the most obvious possibility, because we haven't seen them in such a while, could very well just be showing up at the most unexpected moment. Alexa Bliss. They're about the same height. There you go, guys. There's the list of the top 10 most likely suspects for El Grande Americano. And I don't want to hear any of you naysayers in the comments saying it's something ridiculous like Chad Gable.
Stupid.
I knew he was going to say it was stupid.
After this, it was even more stupider because you might hear me scream at your ears.
More stupider? What?
Stupider. Travis Scott. Tiffany Stratton versus Charlotte Flair.
I didn't hate this anywhere near as much as Sponge did.
I only hate this
Yeah,
because
I
of
did.
one thing. Charlotte Flair is a piece of shit.
Yeah, being all stiff trying to hurt Tiffany? Yeah.
Stiff. This is my
Yeah.
issue. I'm fucking. Me and whole family literally was like, thank God. All at once when Tiffany retained, okay? Everyone in that living room was like 5, 6, 7 people in there. And they all had the same reaction at the same time as soon as Tiffany got that fucking pinfall. And it wasn't Charlotte that got the fucking win. But Charlotte is a piece of shit for stiffing out.
See,
And
everybody's thinking about
sandbagging-
Stephanie right now. Got milk?
Sandbagging fucking Tiffany and actually putting a breeding. Like, Charlotte, you need to retire and get off the screen for all of our sakes. You've made your money, you've had your divorces, and fucking whatever the fuck. 0-3, whatever Tiffany said, and the crowd said. I'm not getting personal. I'm using what was on television, on the TV show.
Hey,
And,
she was going through a hard time.
oh, and I was going through a hard time watching her fucking match. But, this shit was just fucking, it was just like, holy shit, it could have been so much better than what it was. Like, I don't know. Charlotte needs to go away for the rest of the year and come back
Well, I
in
mean,
in
she was already.
in AAA. She needs to go to AAA, or we'll never see her. Or she should go to Evolve, right? Maybe she should evolve her fucking wrestling skills. I forgot they own Evolve and it's back again.
Yeah.
So what were your guys' opinions on that?
When this first was all announced, before everything got personal, I don't think anybody was looking forward to this match. And it was a lot better than what we thought it would have been, except for, Charlotte took a few liberties there. I mean, and the other reason why it was hated when it first was announced was the fact that Charlotte, that's what she does. She comes back, she goes straight up to the main event. And that's why it was bad. But then I don't know what happened during that year off, besides her divorce. But she has lost a step, it looks like. And she's obviously lost a step in the mic department, which I never thought that could happen with somebody whose last name is Flair, unless it's David.
Oh my God, David Flair would be so great right now. David Flair versus Shane McMahon. Let's fucking make it happen, guys. Come on now.
His Titantron gets me. Have you seen his Titantron? It's him and then the fucking nameplate,
Yes.
and then it's Ric Flair disappointed as shit every 5 seconds.
But yes, I was relieved when the outcome of the match was finally revealed to us.
Keith, do you have any words for that match?
No.
There you go.
Charlotte lost. Yes! That's my words.
There you go. And then we get to the main event. We get two boring entrances and the big fucking entrance. It's ramen noodles and Seth Poodles versus CM Punk alongside the Eggman. But
Yeah.
they did a
He is the
fire.
hey, you put some respect on that name. That is Hall of Famer. He is the Walrus, Cuckoo Kachu.
There you go. He's the Hall of Famer, Eggman, Walrus, overweight, dying of diabetes, Paul Heyman.
You
Coming
like
out
how I
there,
did that as soon as you said the Eggman, right?
Mm-hmm.
coming out there with Punk. But I love what they did there. They did what they did with Drew McIntyre back in 2022 with the Broken Dreams theme song. They brought Kill Switch Engaged for that little Tron package before while they set up Living Colors instruments and shit and equipment, which was a pretty fire video package.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, the attire that he wore for the pipe bomb, a similar. That wasn't the same one, but a similar. And
You know
Living
how many
Color.
people complained about that last night?
They complained about it. I didn't see no complaining.
Of course they complained about it. They're like, oh my god, they teased us with this fire burns and then they just gave us some live performance. These idiots are saying some live performance like those aren't the guys that literally perform his theme song.
Right.
Nah, I don't think any of that.
Like,
I
I
think
fucking hate the internet
no. I
sometimes.
think Keith
Not
just
you
saw
guys,
one
not you
comment.
guys that are listening.
Keith saw one comment and said everyone. But that performance was fire
No.
as fuck. I will say that. That shit was fire
Well,
as fuck.
if one comment about hating it is like the end all be all, Sponge hates everything sometimes. Like
Yeah, but that's not. I don't sit here and say that everyone.
It's,
I
it's
didn't say
funny.
everyone. I said that there was a whole lot of complaints last night.
Yeah, that no one saw but
It,
you and that one person.
it,
But
Oh my
it's,
god.
go ahead, Paul.
Here we go.
oh,
Gen Z
Go
it,
talk.
ahead,
Here we
Paul.
go.
it's funny. It's funny. You know, Sponge is the youngest one here, but he's constantly, get off my lawn kind of stuff.
Right.
But that entrance was pretty fire. But the match was
Of
pretty
course it
fire.
was. It's living color.
Yeah.
That match,
Why would anybody not have fun with living color doing a live performance of Cult of Personality at WrestleMania? Like, come on now.
Seth Rollins was dying in the ring.
Yeah, he was. He was mad. He was big mad.
But he got the outcomer. But let's get on to this match. Let's break it down, shall you, Paul?
No,
No? No breaking down for Paul?
no,
Spinner Rooney?
no. I mean, no, it's not like tonight. But we'll get to that. No, I mean, I everybody, like we've talked about in the chats, everybody saw this coming a mile away. Uh, Still did not. I mean, it didn't take away from that fact that you kind of knew that was the direction they were going in. Um, but no, it was the sequence of them trading finishers back and forth. And it was very good.
Oh yeah.
You know what? My favorite thing that happened in that match was that fucking GTS spear. That sequence, the second to last sequence of that was pretty fire. The false finishes was all great. Everyone looked good in that match. I don't know if Keith will agree
Mhm.
with Seth, but everyone looked good in that match. Even the Eggman looked good in that match.
Yeah.
Those table when I didn't
Mhm.
even know those tables could break because the other table they got for SmackDown don't break. I did not think that those tables could break, but those tables look a lot harder than than the previous ones. They sound louder and they look like they're made out of they have more metal and plastic than the previous tables that look like they were made out of foam and fake plastic.
They look like they were just rented from All In when they were over in Vegas.
I don't
Like they're
know.
like the same tables. They had the cards, the poker chip. Like it was just.
but that shit was pretty brutal.
Yeah.
Um, it was predictable, like Paul said, but I just don't. Is it me? But I don't see any interest in seeing Paul Heyman and Seth Rollins. Like, I really don't see any interest in that. Like, I I have not been a fan of Seth Rollins in the last 2 years, right? I will defend the Sting incident and the Cena incident against Keith 24/7, but the last 2 years, the last 3, 4 years, me and Keith can agree though that Seth Rollins is boring and stale, and I don't,
Yeah.
we
This is
don't,
why they put him with Heyman now.
and I don't see any. Do you guys have any interest in seeing Paul Heyman and Seth for like the next however long that
Yes.
lasts? What do you do?
Well, I mean,
Do you can
well, I don't know what they're going to do, but whatever Paul does turns out to be damn good.
We
that's
get the
So
we get the solid Seth Roman program again.
I trust, I
All
trust
because
Paul.
of yeah. Like, and you let Punk go on his own. Like, you don't have him nailed down to this Seth Rollins Roman Reigns thing anymore. You don't need Punk in this. Roman and Seth need to handle this for an entire year up until Mania next year.
Yeah, that's what me and Paul were saying before. I said they better not continue with fucking Seth and Punk. I'm tired of that shit. Move on.
Yeah,
Time to let that
Man,
shit
nobody
yeah,
go.
I
wants to see that
don't,
anymore.
Yeah,
nope.
nobody wants to see that shit no more. I'm done. And
They gave us that match twice. We had a clean finish the first time, and then we had Roman involved in the second one. And the second one was better than the first one. So it's like, okay. Like, we saw it, it was there, it was done. Meh.
well,
But what does Punk do now?
yeah. What do you have him do? I said
Uh-huh.
point him to the direction of a belt, not the Yeet one, but the other one. I
Are you
don't.
gonna move him to SmackDown?
I say so because
I'm,
I really feel like
I don't,
Raw is
I
like
don't think Netflix will like that.
yeah. I don't think Netflix will like that, but I feel like Netflix is needs like they need to stop sucking the life out of SmackDown. They have sucked the life out of SmackDown. I'm telling you right now. There is
Well,
like
you can't have him go for the undisputed championship. We'll get there. Uh, the champion will get there
Cody
is
Rhodes.
gonna
Cody
be
Rhodes,
on
yeah.
Raw tomorrow night. He already said he's gonna be on Raw tomorrow night.
Cody
I mean, so
Rhodes.
like, but I feel like there's gonna be a rematch in there for the undisputed title
Yeah, but do you
because I mean
okay? But
it's
well, no, we can't.
WrestleMania
We can't.
Backlash.
I before I even spoil it, we can't. We need to stop talking about that. But I don't
I know,
know.
but it's like, what do you can't do anything with Punk and the undisputed championship. Like, so it has to be the Yeet one.
But how do you have Punk turn for that one? Because I don't think the Yeetus is gonna turn
After
heel.
what he just went through, yeah,
There you go.
you let him flip heel.
Overall,
Like, everything that he's done since he got back, he can't get ahead. Couldn't get to Mania last year. Was in the Royal Rumble, got dumped. Was in the Elimination Chamber, got screwed over. Like, it just, you have him start whining around like Drew McIntyre, like pushing himself into the world title picture, because everybody would actually tolerate it being CM Punk and not Drew McIntyre.
well, good luck, Mister Pepsi Man, because it's now night
Mr.
two.
Pepsi Man.
It's now night two, and night two had a better opening than night one. I will tell you this because
Well, yeah, we got to see Stephanie.
oh Jesus, you're right. I forgot. Stephanie opened up and said, "Hello, WrestleMania."
Spider Mama.
So well, they open up with Stephanie instead of Triple H. I think they did that last year as well. Then they kick it off with the Triple Women's World Championship match, and this match was better than what I thought it was gonna be. I'm not gonna lie to you. It wasn't. It was really risky here. I really didn't want to see Rhea and Bianca win. That was like my least. Like hopefully fucking not. And Io retained. And she did a Jeff Hardy from 2008. You guys remember that one finish between Triple H and Edge? Was it Triple H and Edge, or was it just Triple H and someone else? Do you know what I'm talking about?
No.
At Armageddon, Jeff Hardy swanton bombed on top of the pinfall, and then pinned
Mm,
I think Edge, and won his first uh, world title. Io
you
Sky
say
did the
so.
moonsault on Rhea, getting pinned, and then pinned fucking Bianca. I'm glad Bianca
The
took the pin
over
for.
the moonsault.
Wait, did I say that?
It's the over the moonsault.
Tomato,
Yes.
tomato. This match was a lot of fun and it was entertaining and it was a lot more less boring than the crowd. Okay, night one was ass. The crowd was here for night two. I will say the
The
crowd was
crowd was
alive.
definitely here for night
Yeah,
two.
the crowd was alive for night two, and this match just said it all. So, what were your guys' thoughts
There
on the
were
crowd?
some spots though. There were some spots here on night two that were as boring as night one. Like it wasn't a complete total show.
No, no, it wasn't. But I think the crowd was into it from the get go, and they stayed into it
Yeah.
until
Well,
the end.
I mean, there were some big peak highlights. We'll get there.
But no, that was my prediction was that Io should retain after making her look, stupid for the last several weeks. All I cared about was Bianca didn't win.
Yeah, that pretty much sums up that. And Io deserved that Mania win, so
Yeah.
that was a lot of fun. Following that was a Sin City Street Fight match between Damian Priest and Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre. Um, I mean, Drew needed a win or something. He's been on a losing parade streak forever. But everything he does,
Yeah.
lose or win, I mean, the crowd is still with him, and he's still as over as he is now. Uh,
Did you see his tweet mid
yeah,
match?
yeah, that shit was hilarious.
That shit was gold.
The mid tweet match, that chair fucking Claymore was pretty brutal to end the match though.
Yeah, that was. You know what? That was such a good spot. Like,
Mhm.
I mean, you had the South of Heaven on the top of the chair, on the top of the car a couple weeks ago. So like the Claymore into the chair in the corner was so fire.
Yeah.
Because it's such an easy thing to set up.
And Damian Priest was the one that set that chair up there too, and he ate it.
I mean, it's that's usually the case. Like, I mean, it's been since like the '60s or the '70s. Whoever pulls out a table winds up going through it. Like, whoever grabs the chair first usually gets it used on them the worst.
Yep. So there, after this, it was a fatal four-way intercontinental championship match between Braun Breaker, Finn Balor, Penta, and Dominic Mysterio. Keith, take
Why
it
did you
away.
just go like British there?
Keith, take it away with this international championship match for the World Championship of the International
What the
Intercontinental.
fuck? The international championship for the world champion. I'm dying.
Mm. Are you sure you're not drunk?
I'm not. I'm not drunk.
And for the
Gate.
intercontinental championship match, we're gonna send this over to our international correspondent, Joseph.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Wait for it. Wait for it. Oh, he's not here.
Uh,
All right. You know what, Paul? Take it over.
I,
You are
I
in the
mean, again,
Himalayas, so.
I, I predict. We when we were doing our predictions, we said it was going to be, Dominic or Finn screwing the other one over to win the belt, and that was the right call because you didn't want to make Penta look weak, and you didn't want Braun to look weak, so he didn't have to take the pin. So I mean, it was a good match.
You know what? Can we talk about how Dominic got one of the biggest pops of the night?
He was like we said earlier. He was for some reason that crowd was. He was over with that crowd for some reason. I don't know what he did. I don't know if he gave them all chicken nuggets before he came out or what.
Am I allowed to say this? I don't know if I'm allowed to say this on these, but he was tickling their booty holes or something. I don't know. He took
Oh
that
my god.
that win got them. I don't know. I don't know, but that when he, I don't know. I would rather see a Penta win, but like told Paul, call me delusional, but I would want a Penta win. But I knew it was gonna be Dom or Finn Balor, and I'm so glad that Finn Balor's done with the Judgment Day. That shit has been awful. He should have been out of the Judgment Day since like fucking December, November, October, September, August. Like that shit should have been over as soon as Rhea and Damien fucking beat the shit out of them. But no, they have to have something for Carlito and Liv Morgan and Rochelle and JD injured McDonough.
Yeah, the stable that died like 6 months ago, and they're still, propping it up like Weekend at fucking Bernie's.
Mm-hmm. And following this was Randy Orton and his mystery opponent Mysterio. Everyone was like, Rusev, Rusev Day, or Aleister Black, or some guy that got released and has not been back in forever, or I don't know, fucking. Yeah, that was the only thing I saw, right?
Or the guy that I was like, yeah, it should be this guy.
But yeah, no, it was better and fresh and fun. It was
Yeah.
it was him. It was him.
No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. Sponge would have been really happy if it was him.
No, but it was no, Jesus Christ, no.
Paul got it.
No, I got it. It was Joe
Yeah.
Hendry.
We had that whole ass stupid advertisement during the show where he was talking about being him. Tim?
Tim?
Jim? Like, it was so funny. He's like, nah, Sponge would have been mad hype if it was him.
It was Joe Hendry who came out, and the crowd was happy. And you know what? I'm glad it was not a dirty wrestler. It was fresh for Randy. It was someone we never seen, and it was Randy's first ever TNA match. Like that shit was something. You think he'll win the TNA title in St. Louis? Well, you never know. It was quick, fast, and
Well,
interesting.
I mean, he might as well because after the match he pretty much buried him by RKOing him again.
Interesting. I don't know, Keith. What did you think of the match?
Crickets, Bueller.
I mean, the match served its purpose. Like it wasn't Randy Orton and Nick Aldis like everybody wanted it to be, but Nick Aldis isn't in that wrestling shape. Like he wasn't going to be back in the ring that quickly. Why?
What?
You were saying about Nick Aldis? I mean, Nick Aldis, I think he still keeps himself in shape and jacked up.
Not in wrestling shape.
Nah, he could take a couple bumps. I mean, that match wasn't long,
No.
and he could have done a short match like that. You think?
No, because if you would have had Nick Aldis, he would have actually competed in a full match, not like Joe Hendry. Because remember, Joe Hendry is still technically kind of injured, but still making appearances.
But What's Tuya came back. The guy from Nigel McGuinness came back.
Not from a current injury.
But what's his name? Nick Aldis.
Like Joe Hendry is currently injured, but
Nick
still
Aldis,
making appearances.
But Nick Aldis isn't injured. But and Nigel McGuinness came back.
But
he had been retired for like 20
but
years.
Nigel McGuinness trained to come back. Like that spot at what was that? That was all in, right? Fucking
Which one?
In London?
No, he had another match like a month ago or two.
Yeah, I mean, like he's keeping himself in shape because he has every expectation of getting back into the ring. Nick Aldis has no expectation of getting back into the ring. This is the last second thing that you had to do because Kevin Owens got hurt.
And what's his name? But Buddy's still be taking bumps here and there. I think he would have been fine. I think
Yeah, if you wanted to
Nigel
do like a
McGuinness.
10-second match.
I think Nick Aldis keeps himself in ring shape. I think you do know half those. Even the referees keep themselves ring shape. Even some of the announcers keep themselves ring shape. I think
Nick Aldis wasn't
Aldis,
gonna fight a 10-second
That
fight.
would
This
not have
man
been
was
a
like a
10-second
3-time
fight.
NWA champion.
Yeah, he was not gonna have a 10-second fight. The 10-second fight was at the fucking main event, but it did serve its purpose, like Villain said. And dang, that's crazy. This website, the WWE website doesn't list the match after this. What was after this? Huh? Logan Paul
Was
and
it the
AJ
women's
Styles.
match?
Logan
Yeah.
Paul and AJ Styles. I was half in, half out. I did see the Karrion Cross helping AJ Styles from getting fucking hit in the face with brass fucking knuckles. And since they had him be, and wait, hold on, did you guys see the pop he got? Karrion Cross got the pop for like a random huge pop for no reason.
Yeah, because people thought he was actually gonna do something.
Yeah.
And then, well, he did. He was giving Triple H. He was giving AJ
He
Styles.
really didn't.
He was giving AJ Styles good advice. He said, "Use that shit against Logan Paul," and then he didn't do it. And then guess what? He lost.
He did less than fucking what's his name in the main event.
Oh Jesus
We'll get
Christ!
there.
We'll get there.
Yeah, you're realizing that I'm right.
I mean, no one said you were wrong.
He stood there, he looked at a guy, and he said, "Here, put on these brass knucks," and then he threw him away and punched him.
Yeah, that match was a stinker in my opinion. And still to this day, AJ Styles' best WrestleMania match is still against Shane McMahon for no reason.
That match was always going to be a stinker. Sponge doesn't like Logan Paul, and Logan Paul won.
No, that's
Sponge
not why
didn't like the Logan Paul match from last year, the triple threat match for the Intercontinental
That's
title.
not
He didn't-
true.
No, the
That
U.S.
is not
title.
true.
He didn't like that either.
That is not true.
We have the video. We have the video. We can go back and watch the replay afterwards.
No, I just didn't like the fucking whoever. There was no title change.
You didn't like the fact that Logan Paul won. I know. I didn't like it either.
No, it wasn't. Well, you're saying I didn't like the match. The match was. This match should have been better than what it was. Last year, Logan Paul's match was good. The year prior, with fucking Seth was good. His first one with the Miz and Rey Mysterio and Dominic Mysterio was good. The LA Knight one was good. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I was missing one. The one with Cody was okay. But this one was not as good as it should have been. This reminded me kind of Edge and AJ Styles, doesn't it, Keith? At Mania 38, remember when Damian Priest came out of nowhere and helped fucking Edge win the match? And this felt like that.
That was so ass.
The one match that you only wanted to watch that fucking pay-per-view. I still remember that shit.
The one match that I wanted was fucking goddamn Edge and AJ. I was so mad that they fucked that up.
I remember that shit.
I mean, remember, AJ missed all that time because when Edge came back in that Rumble and fucking injured AJ with the spear,
But anyway,
it led to their WrestleMania match.
Following this, Edge, I mean, oh my God, fire me. Like, I'm Michael Cole now, Jesus Christ. Fucking.
Get it together, Cole.
Following this match, it was the women's tag team match. It's Lyra Valkyria and Vacant versus Rochelle and Liv Morgan for the women's world tag team title matches. But here's the thing. Bayley got jumped last night by mystery person. We'll find out in the next couple of weeks. There's her setup. But she needs a replacement. You know what? Are we going to find out who jumped Bayley, or are we going to have to wait another half a year to see who jumped Bayley, and she'll be gone for half a year?
I'm pretty sure it wasn't Bianca again. I'm pretty sure it was actually Becky. This one's easy. It was Becky. She's gonna fucking get mad at fucking Lyra because Lyra beat her last year for the fucking NXT title.
There you go.
Didn't she?
Wait, you just spoiled the surprise, villain. We were having a surprise for the people. They didn't
It
know
wasn't really a surprise.
They didn't know
we said it. We said it earlier already that she was sitting backstage.
They didn't know it was Gigi Dolan.
If they're watching us and not WrestleMania, that is credit to them in a nutshell, right there. Like if they didn't watch WrestleMania and just watched us, fucking just to get the results, that is to your credit, guys. I don't think that's how it goes, but if you guys are that way, buy new lunch the next time you're in town.
I don't remember watching this match, so I did watch it, but I don't remember nothing about it to say for this match. But they won the match, and I don't care.
Liv
Well,
Morgan's trying to Liv Morgan's trying to stay relevant with skimpier ring attire.
well, you better watch out. Mickey James might complain about that.
Yeah.
Um, I, 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 I don't know. I just there's my knock on Lyra is that she just has no personality. There's no aura, there's no
He
anything
said
with
aura.
her. So I just I don't care. And now she has two belts. So yeah, I know where you're going with it. By Becky being pissed, but you still she needs a character transplant. I don't know.
There you go. And next up, I don't
Uh,
know. Next up was the main event, right? The main event. The main event. The main event. It was Cody Runnels versus John Jones for
John
the
Jones.
Universal World Championship, Undisputed Championship. And before I have a generational crash out again, I'm gonna tell you this. This match suffered because of Cena not being there. I mean, he was there for 2 European shows and one more Raw and the final SmackDown.
And Michael Scott.
And Michael Scott. And this lacked because of this piece of shit who fucking is not showing up for anything. But he's ruining wrestling, like he said. So I guess
Are
that's.
you really not working Mania 41? Say it ain't so. Don't believe any of that bullshit.
Oh yeah, don't forget about The Rock. The Rock.
Who is
He.
this Rock?
You know what? You're right. Who is this Rock? Because he's a piece of shit.
He's the new John Cena. You can't see him.
I've been telling you. I've been telling you all this. You all, including Nikki, who defended The Rock here. He's a piece of shit. I now fully believe he just comes in, fucks up with the writers, and pisses off Triple H, and then they have to make it work because The Rock fucking won't come back and make his story make sense. Like, do we see him tomorrow, or am I just gonna be delusional? Do we see him tomorrow? Are we gonna get
No.
like
If we see him tomorrow, I'm going to be very angry.
like?
Yeah, it wouldn't make sense.
Cause
But
this was what I
if we
told Keith.
don't see him tomorrow, then Michael Scott didn't make sense tonight.
I'll tell you this, Keith. Like I told you this. I didn't want to see another stupid Avengers like fucking match like last year. But at the same time,
And that's exactly what they didn't give you.
they didn't give me, but they they didn't give me. They sure didn't give me this, but this match sure suffered because of it because they gave me a
They
fucking.
made sure that the thing that none of you wanted to see was the thing that they didn't give you. So they
Yeah.
gave you something completely different, and you people all hated it.
Because it was executed terribly. Like Travis Scott being out there, okay, yeah, he fucked up his eardrum. The receipt we got for him was terrible. He took 9 to 5 business days to get to the fucking ring for no fucking reason.
Why was he there without The Rock?
And yes, okay, so did you hear what Michael Cole said? He said The Rock sent him to do his business. That's what the story. Paul, did you catch that? Because I know you sometimes catch what they say. That's what
I
he said.
I
The Rock
missed
sent
that.
him to take care of his business.
When did he say that?
He said that
The
during the match. He's like, Travis Scott is here. He's here because The Rock sent him here to take care of his business tonight. That's what he said on commentary.
Okay. If I'm The Rock, right? How am I gonna send the most gangly little thing ever to settle my physical business in a wrestling ring? Like Travis Scott weighs like 63 pounds if he's got bricks in his pockets. Like it, if I'm The Rock, right? Instead of showing up myself, I send fucking Gumby. Like, no. What the fuck? I no. I get it. It's the only person that you had. You couldn't send out one of the Samoans, one of the Tongans. You couldn't send out anybody at all.
Because we know Solo Sikoa and his fucking bloodline are working with fucking The Rock. Remember he said that shit, that fucking bad blood. He said this is all part of the plan. Remember? Do you remember that
So
video?
instead of anybody that's got a decorated history with Cody to go and beat up Cody, we got
Whoa, 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 Paul,
fucking
whoa, Keith.
53-pound Travis Scott.
He has a decorative history. He blew his eardrum out and gave him a black eye. That's
All right.
history.
42-pound Travis Scott. Notice how he's getting lighter the more I go on. Like a stiff breeze could carry this fucking guy away, but yet he's gonna come out and he's gonna influence the main event of a world title match at WrestleMania. Okay.
All right,
What's he gonna do? Is he gonna sing bad raps at it?
I asked Paul this. Do you think this is an executive decision or a Triple H decision?
This is a fucking TKO decision. This had nothing to do with Triple H. Fucking like this was bad. Like this was awful. This is what happens when you let fans fucking write the ending. It's like we don't want to see an Avengers thing. We want to see a straight one-on-one. Okay, you were never gonna get a straight one-on-one. So like count that out right real quick. Like it wasn't one-on-one at the end of Elimination Chamber. It wasn't one-on-one, leading up to this whole shit. Like The Rock didn't show up, so it was still technically one-on-one promos, but it was never going to be a one-on-one match at WrestleMania. There was no way it was going to be one-on-one because even if you didn't get The Rock, you still got the 32.5-pound fucking influencer. I've never been a fan of Travis Scott. I don't really.
I was
His
I
his
wasn't
whole thing
thinking
is
about
not for me.
it.
Jesus, that my issue with this. I told Paul. We knew it was they were gonna do the stupid trigger, pull the trigger, and also it was predictable. And I'm not mad that he won the belt. I'm disappointed that he won the belt. The outcome was just so stupid. The way they pulled the trigger was just dumb. I didn't want to see an
Yes.
Avengers like thing, right? But if they were gonna do that and not have anyone else help on Cody, at least one person, a babyface, that suffered a lot. Like you could still have had Cena go over with someone helping, taking out Travis Scott out of the picture, and then it goes back to a one-on-one. That shit was.
There's nobody left to help Cody.
What do you mean? Jey Uso won the belt and he's still there. He helped him last year, and he was
Uh-huh.
still there
Was he
drinking.
really there, or is he
Yeah,
still drunk from last night?
he could have stumbled his way down there faster than Travis Scott walking down that ramp.
To go
Oh
and
my
mess with
God.
his cousin?
And then they're
And
gonna
Jay
have.
never had a problem with The Rock. See, we didn't get that last year in the Avengers crossover. Like, Jay didn't have a problem with The Rock last year. Jay didn't have a problem with The Rock this year. Jay's problem was with Solo and the Gorillas. I mean,
But did you
there's
forget
no
that?
reason for him to come out and get involved with The Rock's people.
Did you forget that he did get involved with the Rock's people? Again, Sosa Cole said the Rock is part of the plan. At Bad Blood.
Okay, but like no, he just wasn't there. Like the Rock is never there, so you couldn't have built up anything for Jay and the Rock. Like Jay had a problem with Solo, Jay had a problem with Jacob, Jay had a problem with uh freaking Tamatonga and Tongaloa. Like you didn't have the Rock wasn't there. So like there was nothing there. Like he squashed his beef with Roman, which means that there was definitely going to be no problems with The Rock because The Rock teamed with Roman at WrestleMania.
All right, since you want to go there, Roman Reigns.
Huh?
Yeah. I mean,
Roman
none of that
Reigns
makes sense.
said he was gonna come back for
Huh?
that fucking belt, and the Rock's person has the belt. So how does that work
Mm,
now?
doesn't.
I
Cause
feel
that
like we saw.
we saw the match already, right? And I know it's probably gonna happen throughout his retirement. But
Yeah,
if
we
the
saw
Rock,
Roman and Cena twice, I think, didn't we?
yeah, and he lost twice. So like, if the Rock's person is John Cena, and then Roman said he wants to come back for that world title. Just including that set stuff, he wants to come back for that, and Cena's going to be the world champion for the rest of the year, most likely. Um,
God, I hope not.
how does all that whack happen? And also, you know what pisses me off with this match is that
Percy Pringle.
that and Roman Reigns beat not Roman Reigns, Cody beat Roman, or not, no, not Roman beat Cena twice, and then Cody beat fucking Roman, and then Cody lost to the guy that Roman beat
Okay,
twice.
you can't do all the math that way because everybody cheated in every single one of those matches.
Hold on.
Everybody
In
cheated
the
in
first
every single
match,
match.
the only person that cheated was fucking Roman. The second match, it was the Avengers thing. But if you had a one-on-one, if you didn't have that solo spot, Cody had Roman at 39.
But it's constant cheating. Like you didn't have somebody go over clean, so it's not. You can't say, "Well, he beat this guy." Well, no, like three people beat that one guy. Like you can't use that math.
I just told
That
you
almost translates
if
to Steiner math at that
I
point.
just told you if Solo didn't wasn't in that 39 match, Cody had that shit. He was over.
You remember when Drew blamed the Usos for Clash at the Castle?
That has nothing to do with what we're talking about again.
That's kind of how this goes along because it's like no, well, but interference is interference. Like when it's a clean finish, you can count that as he beat this guy. Like this is how it went over. Like if you would have had like if you're talking about Drew and friggin' Damien beat Drew a couple of times with outside interference. Drew beat the fuck out of Damien clean today. Like that's a clean victory right there.
Well, that was WrestleMania. I'm not excited
Yeah.
for tomorrow, and I'm not excited for the rest of
I
the
think we
year.
could get some fun tomorrow. Tomorrow's Raw after Mania. We could get some fun. And just think Friday we're getting Aleister Black, so we're chilling.
Yeah, I forgot about that
420
because
425-25. Not to sound like a certain someone that me and Sponge don't like.
yeah, he lost last night.
Wow.
Anywho,
Wow.
my final words for Mania is that this Mania could have been better. It just suffered from the poor choices of victories for some of the matches, and also John Cena and The Rock killed it, and Travis Scott they all just killed this Mania, and they should not have ended a 1 year battle, a 1 year title reign like that and over that, and fuck TKO. They're dumb. And also the roast of WrestleMania probably started. I do want to watch that. Um, Tony's
Wow.
a piece of shit racist, but he's gonna
Well,
be he's
right. So why would you want to watch?
because I want to see him be an asshole to the wrestlers because they deserve it because of how bad that WrestleMania was.
Well, I mean, all of every like the only person that won at WrestleMania that came from AEW is Jade Cargill. Phoenix lost, Penta lost. The only one who won at WrestleMania was Jade Cargill.
Wait,
Like this is still Triple H's WWE. Right? Like remember this.
is the roast of WrestleMania not streaming,
No, they're
You,
they're they're
you don't
they're
think
doing
you
something.
or is there still
It's just
something
been
going
on in
on
the
right now?
background.
Is there still something going on,
No, they're
yeah,
showing
that,
they're showing highlights from WrestleMania 9.
or is it gonna be on Netflix?
Well,
No, it's not gonna
no
be.
idea.
It's not gonna be televised or streamed. Okay, that's kind of stupid.
Hot.
It's a closed door event that will be held at 9:30 p.m. Oh, that should started an hour ago. Maybe
Yeah.
do you think they took everyone's phones away? It's gonna be one of those where they like zip up their phones. But anyway, before we get carried away with that kind of discussion, what are you guys' final thoughts on WrestleMania? Final words before we head on out of here.
Night 1 gets a 4 out of 10. Night 2 gets an 8 out of 10.
Paul,
Yeah, it overall the feeling is it could have been a lot better, like you said. The night one suffered greatly from various things. Night two started off good. The ending was just bad. And I think the biggest pop of the night for me was when he mentioned Gumby a little bit ago.
Yeah,
there
I
you go.
mean, it's the fucking 9 3/4 pounds freaking Michael Scott. Like fucking.
There you go. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this Wrestle Relaunch finale. Series finale. Uh
You just say series finale?
yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this series finale because that was so bad that our show's now getting canceled and pulled off of the plug. Our budget is not looking good and
Don't worry. Don't worry. We just signed an exclusive deal with Netflix. We'll be back for
no, don't
fucking
say that. We're
10 years, $6 billion.
wake up with a lawsuit. But yeah,
No, we won't.
it was that
It was a
terrible.
Monday Night Raw joke. 10 years, $6 billion.
It was horrendous. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed WrestleMania. If you wasted your Mania money, and you went to that one, that sucks. Well, we'll see you guys hopefully on the next one. Sayonara from Terror.